Why MMA gods? Why can't we have nice things? Charles Oliveira is out of his fight against Islam Makachev at UFC 294. Oliveira had a brutal cut open up in his final sparring session before flying out to Abu Dhabi, and it's honestly devastating, man. I was so excited for this fight, and now, I don't know. I mean, the replacement that we got, I don't think anybody can really complain about. It's still going to be a great fight, but yeah, I really wish that, I would just wish Charles didn't get injured, man. That really sucks. Luckily, though, Alex Volkanovski has stepped in on 11 days' notice to come and save the day, and Alex Volkanovski is an absolute dog for taking this fight. This is the fight he wanted, and he finally got it, but he's taking it on 11 days' notice, not getting a full training camp, and it just really shows how Volkanovski is so about anything. He's the definition of anytime, anywhere, any place, and he's done that here by accepting this fight. Although I am bummed out about Oliveira backing out of this one, I can't help myself to be excited for this replacement in Alexander Volkanovski. Islam Makachev versus Alex Volkanovski 1 was such an incredible fight. It was such a close battle, back and forth, and depending on who you ask, you would get different answers as to who won that fight. And I think there were still a lot of question marks surrounding that fight, and we definitely needed an answer. So, it's come earlier than I thought it would, but here we are, the rematch, happening in Abu Dhabi on Islam Makhachev's home turf this time. And this one, I don't know. I feel like it could go very similar to the way the first one went. I think a lot of people are going to bring up the fact that Volkanovski is coming in on 11 days' notice, hasn't really been training, but he did have a fight sort of announced already versus Ilia Topuria that was supposed to go down at UFC 297. That fight ain't happening anymore. So he was probably beginning a training camp or getting close to, and Volkanovski's not the type of guy to go pound a 2-liter bottle of Coke and chips in the off-season or while he's not in camp. He's always in fit. He's always in great shape, healthy, and that's why he's taking this fight on such a short notice. So last time out, I think the big thing that showed us a different side to Islam Makachev was the fact that he couldn't really take down Alex Volkanovski as much as he wanted to. Sure, he still landed 4 out of his 9 takedown attempts and had 7 minutes of control time, but it was definitely a much more difficult task to keep him on the ground, and there were times where Volkanovski was able to get back up to his feet. On the other side, too, I think Islam brought a style of striking that Volkanovski wasn't expecting. I think Volk wasn't expecting Islam to be as good of a striker as he is. Makachev is 100% one of the most underrated strikers in the UFC. So now, after 25 minutes of fighting each other, these guys should know a little bit more about each other, and it could change the complexity of the fight a little bit. And I say a little bit because I think the outcome of this fight will be the same. I think we will see 25 minutes for sure. I don't see either guy getting a finish, even with Volkanovski coming in on short notice, because they're just that talented. They're that high level, and both of these guys know how to not be finished and are just too good for that, to be quite honest with you. I think we'll see another high-level fight between these two. We're going to see Islam trying to keep Volkanovski at bay, use his head kicks, and always try and threaten with the takedown. And Volkanovski's going to do the exact opposite. He's going to try and close the distance a lot, operate behind his jab and his switch stances to throw combinations and really take Islam off guard. I think Volkanovski, to be honest, if he wants to win this fight, he's going to have to put on a lot of pressure. I think he's going to have to be in Islam's face a lot, constantly throwing just different combinations, different looks, switching stance, all the good things that you would want in order to win. Otherwise, I see this fight going very similarly to the first one. I think Islam can edge it out again because he has the wrestling. He can control Volkanovski. I'm interested to see how much they allow Islam to just stay on top of Volkanovski when he's not threatening for submissions. I'm interested to see, because of last time, a lot of people were complaining, saying that Islam wasn't really doing anything with his control time. He was just kind of standing there. So we'll see how that plays out this time. But ultimately, it's going to be a great fight either way. And Alex Volkanovski honestly deserves all the praise here for stepping in on short notice against one of the best fighters in the world And it just proves how much of a dog he really is. And how crazy would it be if Volkanovski can go into Islam Makhachev's backyard on 11 days' notice and come out victorious? I think it would be an amazing story. I mean, do I think it's going to happen? Probably not, if I'm being honest. I think Makachev can take this one again. If there was a full training camp for Volkanovski, I think that plays a big part into things, and things could look very different. But it's just 11 days notice is crazy if he hasn't been in training camp. And I know Volkanovski knows what Makachev is going to be like. They just fought. I think it was 7 months ago at this point. So they know what each other are going to bring to the table. And Volkanovski, he has had a fight in between. Makachev hasn't. So Volk really looked amazing against Yair Rodriguez last time out. Showed no holes in his game. And maybe he'll bring a similar performance against a guy like Makachev. I don't know. I'm super excited for this fight. I'm sure you guys are. But just a little bit bummed out that Oliveira had to pull out. Because I was just really, really excited to see if Charles could get his belt back. Apparently as well that Hamza Chimaev versus Paulo Costa may also be in jeopardy. This card's just falling apart. This is brutal, to be honest, but whatever. I'm sure that this Makachev versus Volkanovski rematch is going to be amazing, and it's going to draw a lot of eyeballs either way, so it'll make some people happy, I guess. That's it for me, though. Sound off with your thoughts in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about this. Are you excited to see Volkanovski step in? And are you excited for this rematch? Or did you want to see Charles have another crack at Islam in his rematch? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. I want to thank you guys again for watching another one of my videos. If you enjoyed, consider subscribing for more content like this. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.